Hello, greetings. Good morning, and hope you're doing great. Yes, as usual, Augustine is here to give us another broadcast. A summary of the mass adoption meeting, which held yesterday. Yesterday was Wednesday. That was the 9th of August 2023. And well, I would say I'm kind of late for today's broadcast, but by my timing, it's about 7:43. And as usual, yesterday's broadcast was to an extent anchored by the Chief Justice of the Simply Brilliant community in the person of Bederick. Another thing I should also tell you, which is a good one, is that Kyle Dasha was present in the meeting yesterday, and it was a wonderful one. Kyle Dasha had been, going through a bit of medical challenges for a while, and he's fast recovering. So I want to say thank God for the recovery, and I would really ask the community to remember him in their points of prayers, in their time of prayers, and continue to encourage him as much as you can. So as usual, the administration anchored the meeting, and it was about a 2-hour meeting. Yes, as usual, 1 hour monologue by the administration. The other was a dialogue by by the members of the Simply Brilliant community, where they asked questions and the administration responded. Now, the first thing I want you guys to know is that we are moving forward, irrespective of the hiccups, irrespective of the challenges we are seeing, but nonetheless, we are moving forward. And when you look at the general world, you find out that there is a whole lot of challenges. The financial system are suffering or going through a whole lot of challenges, and the governments across the world are confused. They don't even know what to do. The currencies of countries, especially third world countries, are really going down. If you can recall, some 2 weeks ago, I made an announcement, I made a declaration, and I said it's not going to get easier, rather, it's going to get more challenging. And I want to reiterate, it's not going to get easier, it will get a bit more challenging. I also said that there will be an escape plan, and the escape plan is being a member in the Simply Brilliant community. That was what I said, and I'm emphasizing on it again. I said that the economy will get worse and worse, and it's going to get so challenging that people wouldn't know what to do. But by then, we'll become so organized. Our organization will become so obvious this year. We'll become so organized. The price of Joy G would have risen to over $5,000 before the end of this year. Categorically, that will happen. The administration has an excellent plan to make that happen, which I'm going to hint us on. I'm not going to give us full details. Recall, this is summary of the mass adoption meeting, not detailed explanations. So if you are willing to get detailed explanation, then avail yourself for the meeting. So back to what I was saying. Now, what are the things that will make the community so interesting? Like I said, Joy G would really appreciate this year. And then secondly, we're going to begin our gold-backed economy this year. And then finally, all stock funds are going to be given back to members of the Simply Brilliant community. I, for one, am also one of those that have stock funds in the system. But nonetheless, I relax because admin has a good plan, and I am trusting the process that everything is going to work out for good. So if you are out there and you're also trusting the system, trusting the process, then just hang on for a while, because I'm very sure that before the end of this year, before the end of this month, particularly, you're going to hear things that will make you excited. Okay, so nonetheless, I'm going to give us a quick summary of the details of the mass adoption meeting. So stay with me while we go into a bit of it. Now, I'll begin by sharing my screen. Please do well to like. If you are just tuning into my broadcast for the first time, do well to like, do well to share, do well to subscribe to this channel if you haven't subscribed yet, so that you get good information about the community. Okay, so yesterday the administration began by talking about this blog, and looking at this blog, of course, the title is it explains it all. Looking at it, it says the price of Joy G is a value attached to how coordinated this SBC community has become. Now, to be clear, the price of Joy G, everything that pertains to Joy G, is a reflection of the community, you know. And contrary to other coins exist in the coin market cap. Other coins identify with the elite plans, the elite control. Of course, the elite setup, will I say they didn't set it up, it was always there, but they kind of monopolized it. I'm talking about the stock market, I'm talking about the forex market, I'm talking about the gold markets, and a whole lot of other things out there. In fact, the elites don't even like gold because if this world was literally backed by gold, I mean, it was in the hands of the government to reevaluate the value of gold, even though they say it was scarce. It was very possible for them to do it. Rather, they dropped it entirely and then they began to build a fiat-based economy so that that will exercise control. They will use it to exercise control over countries, and that's what we are seeing now. So the price of Joy G is directly proportional to the growth of Joy G. The price of Joy G, the value of Joy G, the rise of Joy G gives you an indication of what Joy G and how organized the economy is. So I dare to say that as it is now, the value of Joy G is just low. And the administration is working on something excellent, which will cause the price of Joy G to go up. And of course, you know that we are a private community and our emphasis is to empower our members. So the administration is coming up with a plan to empower members of the Simply Brilliant community using Joy G Givers Gain promo, which we will all get to know about shortly. I'm believing that by next week, I think he's going to go into more details. So do well to enjoy this broadcast as I summarize this. Of course, I'm going to read through, then I'll give us a few hints, and that'll be all for today. Okay, and then if there are people who have questions to ask, they can also ask. Now, this was the price of Joy G. This was the price of Joy G before the administration, put it up on the blog. And as it is now, the price of Joy G is rather lower than this. So let's just go check out the price of Joy G as at now. So I'll go down to PooCoin. Of course, I'm using PooCoin for now, and I'll refresh my page. So if you look at it, the price of Joy G as at now is about $58, $59. Admin has done a whole lot of job by trying to pump it. And I'll tell you that having monopoly of control hasn't been the best. And the administration has most of the coins. He has been trying to pump it. And each time he pumps it, individuals who care less are just interested in their own personal gain. So these are the results you see. Admin pumps it by using a lot of coins and then they bring it down. He tries to pump it again and then you all see bringing it down. So after he made the announcement yesterday, you can look into the announcement, which is what we're going to look into. This was what happened. People started donating, and then it went so down. So a lot of things happen and it's still going down, and the question is, how much lower will this get? I don't know how much lower this will get. But if you ask me, I think the administration is working on something. This is a new project, Joy G Givers Gain promo. For this to succeed, the number of people putting funds in Joy G has to be more than the number of people making withdrawals. And that's the only way that this thing will succeed. I don't think there is any other way. The administration said it's actually a hodl coin. That's what he called it, a hodl coin. So as long as it's a hodl coin, the administration wants to reinvent the wheels. The banking system, when things were good, okay, when the world was much better, let's take an instance, a fixed deposit account. Even though the interest wasn't that large, but then in a fixed deposit account, as far back as the 1980s, okay, you could put in as little as $1,000 in a fixed deposit account, and you could get a substantial return on investment within 1 year. Yes, so let's say you put in $1,000 in a fixed deposit account and you don't touch it there for about a whole year. You could be getting as much as 1,200 if you leave it there for a whole year. So the money you get would really appreciate. Yes, what I'm actually saying is you could get as little as 25% over the next 1 year. So your $1,000 could give you 25% return on investment. Now, some people will say that's small. Yes, I know. But then, as at then, value of money was high. Money had value. So when you look at 25%, you can use it to achieve a whole lot. So the administration is using Joy G and then reinventing the wheels, or would I say modifying? Because when you keep your money in a fixed deposit account, you don't touch it for 1 year. You leave it there, let it appreciate. Let the banking system use it to do whatever they want. And then in return, they compensate you by giving you a substantial return on investment. That's the same principle the admin is trying to bring into this system. He's trying to make us understand that leave your Joy G there. Don't be afraid of whether there are booms or busts in the Joy G. It's going to happen naturally, but ultimately over time, the value of Joy G will keep going up. Why? Because a number of people are just putting in their money there and leaving it there. And then if you leave it there for at least nothing less than 3 months, if you leave it there in 3 months, then the value should appreciate to nothing less than at least 25%. Yes, as little as that in 3 months. And then you can decide to withdraw a certain amount, and it doesn't have so much impact in the value of the coin, provided enough people are putting in their money. It's just a basic thing. This is a kind of repeat of how the banking system operates. The difference is we don't use fractional reserve banking system. We don't do that. We don't collect money and then lend out money that doesn't exist. We don't create money. We use what is in existence to move. And we also use the concept of compound investment, or should I say exponential returns, because the crypto space behaves that way. There is a way the algorithm of PancakeSwap is set up. When a good number of people are putting in money, it calculates it, and then you see the value go up. It could go up so much, and it could create exponential growth. That's all the admin is trying to achieve. But it appears that the community has been so overridden by trading concepts. All we do is trade. Little price, we crash it. Little price, we crash it. And admin is tired of that attitude. But he has not given up yet on the community. That's the truth. He has a better plan. And those of us who are there, yes, some of us are really discouraged. I agree. I feel your pain. I'm also kind of discouraged. Yes. It's normal for everything to go through challenges in life. And tough times don't always last, but tough people do. And I think I'm one of the tough guys in the community. And I'm also craving your indulgence. I'm also asking you to step up your mind, because it's a phase. We're going to come through. We're going to overcome this phase. We're going to move forward. Okay. So hold on, and don't look at the price and say, oh, all is lost. No, all is not lost. We're going to go higher. We're going to get better. Okay. So hold on and watch how things unfold. I just want you guys to see the price of Joy G. And I don't know if the donor process is still going on. I don't know, but it's up to the system to decide if the price should go further than this, down or not. I don't know, but then I want to actually say that if it comes on, and I want the price to remain where it is, instead of withdrawing, and then I should just put my money there and then encourage people to put in their money there. That's my narrative. I don't know about your narrative. It appears that the community are acting independently. The intent of admin is to see that unification takes place. Everybody sees things from the same point of view. It's going to take a while for that to happen. It will happen. And a lot of processes will take place for that to happen. But trust me, that's going to happen. All right. So that said, let's move over now to the main intent, which is the blog. We'll look into the blog and then a few things, and that'll be all for today. So I'm opening the blog to continue from where I was. Of course, you see the price then was 111, but now it's much lower. So the admin is now speaking. I think this SBC community has done their best to keep the price of Joy G above the floor of 150, but doesn't have enough power yet. Did you take notes? Yet. To do that, donations and gains were paid for a couple of hours. Once I drove the price of Joy G to over 150. See my trades in green dots on the chart above. But once the price hit 125, we went back to our price protection events. Price protection, even exchange of 10 BSD for 10 Joy G. Clearly, we need to make an adjustment in order to move forward. Clearly, we need to make an adjustment, which he has done. Now, we need to become more coordinated as a community. Now, everything admin wants to do, he actually, spoke it out. I mean, he wrote it out in esoteric language. So if you're able to read through and then picture or come into the mind of the administration, you will know that he has a plan. He put it out here, and you are going to see the plan unfold. Now, we need to become more coordinated as a community. I've set a new price protection floor down. I have set a new price protection floor down to $50 instead of 150 to restart the donation and gains. Now, it's very important that we never go all the way down to the floor of 50. Of course, we saw the price, it was already 50 something, 58 or something like that. Now, and this is very temporary, so it's not going to always be. While the admin is working on something very good to push us to a reasonable price, well, we have to just calm down and exercise patience. A whole lot of patience is required, a whole lot of diligence is required. You know, I don't know, I could also say a bit of long suffering. We just need to work out way up to be charted low. We just need to work our way up to the charted low, which is flaws displayed in the chart on the KCBO dashboard. Note the text on at the top of the KCBO dashboard has been changed from price protection of $10. Sorry, if it's not a donation of $10 when transaction is done below 150 price. Instead, it will be treated as an equal exchange of 10 BUSD for 10 Joy G. So what the admin is doing is he's taking a stable coin and will give you an unstable coin because you failed to comply. And failing to comply means you may see it when the price is below $10 and you may get it at $9. And a number of people were doing it and they kept doing it, possibly because they were not paying attention. So those of them who lost within that time, apologies on behalf of the administration. He knew why he did that, but still people didn't get it. I'm really looking forward to a time where the community will get very coordinated and organized. I'm sincerely looking forward to that. It doesn't look like the community is paying attention. The elite has done a good job on brainwashing a good number of us that we rather pay more attention to the news than paying attention to the blog. If you ask me, I pay less attention to what I see around this entire system. I pay less attention to CNN News. I pay less attention to Al Jazeera, BBC. Those things are good. But so many people follow it like their life depends on it. And they never even check up on what happens to the blog. And I am telling you that the economy of this world is going to be saved by the organization of the community. We are going to be the next powers that be. You know, there are things that they talk about. They say the one world government. The elites are setting up something like that. But I dare to say that we are going to be so organized that there wouldn't be any government in the world that will come near to how organized we're going to be. There will be no government in the world that will come near to the financial influence and affluence that those on the core team, backup team, and rotator team will have. And they will all work together to repair this world system. I wouldn't refer to them as a one world government, but a set of people that have love for humanity. And of course, it's going to be a coordinated system. So you could even call them a government, but a government that would not destroy humanity. Rather, they will bring joy, peace, unity, love, and respect to humanity. That's what you will be if you keep up with this system and you don't slack. If I keep up with the system and I won't slack, of course, I've already made up my mind. I've emphasized that again and again and again that I'm going to stay with you guys till we get to our economy phase of 1 billion active members. There is a whole lot of things I have to do in this world, and my destiny is enshrined in the success of this community. This community will succeed. Whether you accept it not or not, it's your choice. But I'm telling you, because it's already written, it will succeed. Let's move forward. Now, this is the new one. The new one is now saying the same thing. The only difference is instead of 150 now, it's $50. So that means if it drops below $50, then it goes into price protection. I hope we got that. So let's continue. I think we've already read this, but I want to bring out some salient points. That's why I'm reiterating on it or reading it again. Now, why did I lower the floor to $50? We need the daily revenue that comes in as BUSD donation to stay operational. Our tech and support teams need to be paid weekly, and we must maintain the computer hardware. So this is why admin had to do what he had to do. Now, admin is in a tight corner, if you ask me. Yes, he is. He's in a tight corner in the sense that he needs to keep up with the running expenses, recurrent expenditures, call it whatsoever you want. And he has to figure out an idea to make this happen. And so far, the uncoordinated move of the community has made it such that it's not been able to work out. And the admin is coming up with something that will make it happen. Okay, so he did that to make sure that the thing keeps running. And trust me, you are going to see something good very soon. Now, in other words, we need to have enough revenue to pay the weekly bills and cover all of our operational expenses. People want the gains to be motivated. People want gains, the gains to be motivated to keep up daily BUSD donations. The price of Joy G will go up once the SBC community become more coordinated. And there is something he will do. He talked about it in yesterday's meeting. And with that, the community will get more organized. The first thing that needs to be understood is that a cryptocurrency that people will hodl are coins that are going up in value, and the expectation is 5x, 10x, or even more on these coins within a short time, less than a year, which is about 5 months from now. So this was something that I talked about at the beginning of the meeting. And there will be a time that in the community, corporations will start putting in their money in Joy G. It's going to happen soon. Now, corporations are putting in their money in Bitcoin, right? Yeah, Bitcoin stayed for about 11 years before corporations started recognizing it. And the governments of the world don't want to let go of power. That's why they are digitalizing everything, setting up central bank digital currency. The IMF and the World Banking System, PayPal are all doing that so that they maintain control. And of course, the minds of the people has been so brainwashed that they believe those people. So instead of believing an anonymous set of people, they will prefer believing those people and continue their enslavement. Well, that's the choice they made. But I'm actually telling you that in another few months, years from now, it's not going to be up to 2 years. It may be less. It may be much less than 2 years because I can't predict what the price of Joy G will be by the end of this year. It's going to alternate between 10,000, 5,000. Now, by next year, it may times 10. So let's say it's times 10 and it's on 5,000. It means by the end of next year, you're looking at the price of Joy G at about 50,000. This is not an exaggeration. This is going to happen. And let's say 2 years from now, it's another 10x. Now, when it 10x by next year and it's 50,000, by next 2 years, 500,000. I do not know if there will be any cryptocurrency that will be on Earth in 2 years from now that will be worth the worth of Joy G. And do you think corporations will just fold their hands and leave it? No. What they will do is they will put in their money because at that point, Joy G will be rocking the world. I refer to Joy G as a kind of, you know, prelude, or should I say, a first phase of a reserve currency. We look at the dollar as a reserve currency. Everybody is using the dollar. Everybody prefers being paid in dollar, even though dollar is not the highest currency, but it's a universal currency. Of course, you know Bretton Woods, and all that, and after the Second World War, and blah blah blah. But I'm trying to let you guys know that Joy G will have a kind of replacement for that in about 2 years from now. Why would that happen? Simple. Joy G will be so huge that if you put in your money in Joy G for 6 months, your money can multiply by two. If you put your, let's say, $1,000 in 6 months, it can be times two. So $1,000 could give you $2,000 in 6 months. Now I'm being very realistic. Where is it on earth that you put in your money and it doubles in 6 months? I don't know. And then in another 1 year, it could double twice. It could even double much faster. There is a lot of things that admin has put into his head. You know, there are a lot of things the administration has put into his head to make things happen as Joy G grows. And I want you guys to be confident in putting money in Joy G because Joy G will double. That's what I want you guys to know. We're about to begin. Just relax and enjoy the process, okay? So let's continue. Now, or even more on these coins within a short time, less than a year, perhaps as little as a month or two. You see, are you hearing what the admin is saying? Now, all these people are saying, some people are saying that sometimes the administration exaggerates. No. You see, when admin speaks, I don't take his words for granted because most of what he has said, he upholds it. It may not happen as he expects. I mean, at the time he said, but it happens anyway. Yes, he has said it again and again that the tyrannical way that the government operates is ungodly, it's wrong, it's inhuman, and that he looks forward to a time where there will be an end of force. When you listen, you see that the soldier, they are given to the military force, the air force, the navy are also a force, the police are a force. These are all instruments that the government use to enforce their policies and all that. They tell us in some other kind of sciences, commerce and all that the government has these things to enforce the law. Now, you don't necessarily need to enforce something that will benefit the populace. If it is something that will be of good to the populace, then you don't need to enforce it. They would naturally embrace it. And I am telling you that the Simply Brilliant community will set up a system where humanity would naturally embrace it. They would love it. In fact, we have a whole lot to achieve in this world. And I want you to see it from this point of view. And if you don't see it from this point of view and position yourself, in another 1 year from now, you would remember this voice message, you would remember this broadcast, you would remember these informations I'm giving, and you would bite your fingers and say, had I known. Perhaps as little as a month or two, hodl coins is not circulating coins, and that tightens the circulating supply of coins for the pancake swap to use to keep the price low. Now, we don't want a low Joy G price. So we must choke out the supply of pancake swap to, let me come again. So we must choke out the supply the pancake swap has access to, used to drive the price lower. Let me repeat this statement again. Hodl coins are not circulating coins, and that tightens the circulating supply of coins for the pancake swap to use to keep the price low. We don't want a low Joy G price, so we must choke out the supply the pancake swap has access to use to drive the price lower. This is self-explanatory. Okay. Now, best way to do this is having donors use their other outside sources to make a $10 BUSD donation every day. These donors will add $15 of Joy G hodl accumulated daily to their wallet holdings. So down the road, the $15 will grow in value as the price of Joy G goes up to $10. Now, return of $150 on the original price of $15 in bracket or whatsoever. So the admin is actually telling us to put in. The challenge we are having is fear. We have what you call fear of the unknown. That's our problem. We are like, okay, if we put it now and the price goes lower, are we not going to lose it? That's why I say trust the process. Some of us have some money. Some of us really do. And you don't want to put it. You want something that you put in and it goes up immediately. Guys, it's a long-term thing. And if you're not willing to put your money for the next 6 months, then you are not seeing things from afar. Well, it's up to you. So if you are sitting on other coins like Bitcoin, you have a higher gain potential by converting $10 of it to make the 10 BUSD donation and getting $15 in Joy G and hodl it until the price times 10 or whatsoever. Plus, holding Joy G brings you good karma because it helps to feed the poor, and that is priceless in value. Now, not all of our current members have a pile of outside sources yet. Okay, that's fine. Now, in this case, the members sells enough Joy G to have $10 BUSD every day to make a daily donation. Now, most of us are not doing that. Most of us are doing what we like. And admin doesn't want to force it on any of us. And when you go to the charts, go to the transaction details, you see a whole lot of people doing what they like. And of course, admin can set up some terms and conditions to limit their activity. But he has said it that if he does that, instead of growing, we reduce. That if he puts stringent control measures, it would rather than growing the community, people would walk away. Well, he has the way he's going to go about it, and it's going to be appealing to everybody. And that's what it takes to be a leader. A leader should think outside the box. The conventional way an average person will think is stifling the control or stifling the system so that things will be done as he wants it to be done. And then how many people will comply? This is what the admin has been thinking of. And I think that narrative is a good one. And when he brings up whatever he's going to bring up, you guys will see it and you'll be happy, very happy. And even the whale, even the troll, even those who are fighting against the system will be interested in, wanting to take part in it. Unification takes a lot. It takes a whole lot. For you to come from one part of the world and you agree with someone from the other part of the world to cooperate in love and respect under the auspices of the Simply Brilliant community, it takes a lot. I must continue to commend the wisdom of the administration because not everyone has that mind, and I'm learning to think like him. Myself, I think as well, if you don't work based on the right way, then I am not interested in working with your way. What admin's mind is everybody has a way they think, and my ability to bring them to one mindset is all that matters. And the mindset is the good, not the bad. And I can tell you it takes a lot. I really wonder the wisdom behind the admin. And he's going to achieve it by the grace of God. Now, these members will get $15 in Joy every day. Now, it's best that they do not sell the entire $15 of Joy every day. It's better to just sell $10 to get the daily $10 in BUSD to keep up their daily donations. This will create a Joy huddle account for these members to grow by $5 a day. Now, these members should work hard to promote the Givers Gain Agent program and build up a strong bounty income from personal referrals, which also adds value to the price of Joy by increasing the Joy trade volume. The more people that donate daily, the better. Now, if these members will acquire 20 personal referrals, then they will have $300 a month in bounty and to make daily donations. And the bounties become that other outside source for them. Now, some people are telling me that they haven't seen the excellent plan the admin has. That the Joy Givers Game promo only lasted for about a week. The excitement was there for about a week. And after that 1 week, everything died because the price went down. And that they are not willing to bring in anyone until they're able to see something that motivates them and that it's not in their hand, but that they can do it. But they are not interested in bringing in someone that will see the system and instead of getting encouraged, will put the blame on them. This is the mind of the people. And it's not only from Nigeria. A number of other people out there have fears of bringing in people because they are not sure that the plan the admin has is going to stand the test of time. I understand what they mean, but I am telling you that when he brings up this next plan will stand the test of time. It's still going to be under the Joy Givers Game promo, but it's building on top of what he already has. The foundation has been laid. He just needs to do a few bit of modifications and you guys will see it. Yesterday in the meeting, he asked a question. And the question he asked was, how many of you guys make about $50 in your place of work or anything outside of the community? A good number of people said yes, they do, while a good number of people also said no, they don't. The admin says he's coming up with something that should give them something within that range. He did not specify the months. He didn't specify whether it's going to be on a daily basis or on a weekly basis. But let's say it's going to be on a monthly basis. To me, $50 is a whole lot for a lot of people in the community to keep up with. And with that, they can actually use it to build their way up. Some people have salaries and some of them are not even paid as much as $50. So the thing that the admin is trying to give you guys is something that you can use to build up. It's not something to just use to eat. Don't be a consumer. It's not going to help you. Now let's finish up. All people spend income and invest what is left over. Rich people invest income and spend what is left over. Recall what I said. Build up. So whatever is given to you, invest, and then the leftover, keep it up. Use it to do whatever you like. Maybe put food on your table. There is so much the admin is trying to do for us, but we are so uncoordinated and we are not willing to see it. Well, each of you have some kind of cycle of influence. Please reach out to everyone you know and encourage them to jump or to join the pump of the Joy prize. Your friends and family will thank you later when the Joy investment goes 10 times for them, right? Let's pump the price of Joy to $1,000 as fast as we can. Perhaps we can reach this price target in a month or two. Behind the scenes, we are working hard to eliminate people that abuse the Givers Gain Agent program by creating mass quantities of Kringle Cash accounts. They are the main ones driving the price of Joy G down. They make the mistake of not hodling any of the $15 payments, and we are flagging the account for investigation. Admin said yesterday that if you are found, he expires your account. They tend to use the same Georgie wallet address on all of these accounts. When we find these accounts of abuse, we expire them early. That stops them. It is an ongoing policy to only hold one account per person, and a number of people are violating. People log in to KCBO by having a picture taken to get in. Each person has only one face. When the same person or when the same face is logging into multiple accounts and they begin their abuse, we can uncover what they are doing during our investigation. The only exception to this is a parent handling the account of their children. Very few have 10 or more children, right? So, of course, what admin is saying is evident, it's self-explanatory. Now, the floor to sell Joy G for the agents buying food to feed the poor is now 175. So until the price gets to 175, so admin is coming up with something to cause the price to get to 175. When it gets to that point, then you are going to see the price of Joy G keep skyrocketing, and it keeps skyrocketing because the incentives is going to be very, very attractive, and everybody wants to be a part of it. It's going to play out very soon. You are going to get the updates very soon. The administration will blog about it very soon, and everybody will be happy about it. I am going to do my best to partake. I partake in everything the administration gives. I partake in everything because I know that it is for my good. And as long as it's for my good, I may not get the immediate benefit, but I'll get the benefit in the coming years. Because what the elite has planned for you and I, it's something that will end up stripping us of our freedom. That's what they are planning. You know what I'm talking about. God help us. For the last week or so, the admin has been holding the donations of all agents to prevent the acceleration of a falling Joy G price. We are going to have all agents attend an agent orientation training before we will release these donations to them individually. And the Joy G value assigned will be 175 when we release their funds or these funds. Now, that way we will have zero resistance in pumping the price of Joy G coming from the agents. Now, I will blog more about this agent orientation training tomorrow as we get this set up. That's what the admin said yesterday. So expect something to come up today, later in the evening from Nigerian time, or early tomorrow morning. Now, so the main point of all of this is to hodl Joy G, and let's get the price back over to $150 as soon as possible. I'm not just leaving it there, pushing it higher. Okay, so I want to quickly go back to our dashboard and then say one or two things, and that'll be it for today. Now, this is okay. Admin has brought this back. Interesting. This is Joy G. It's now 56. Wow, wow. And he also brought this. This is what I wanted to talk about. We are going to get it to 150 and then 175, and then it continues. Okay, so we are going to make it happen. This is going to be our guide. This is going to be our template, and together we are going to make it happen. Let us hold on and hear what the administration has to say shortly. The agent orientation class, I'm actually waiting for it to come up. Once it comes up, I go there, attend the trainings, and get informed. I'm already informed, but there are things that you call fulfilling all righteousness. I can term this as fulfilling all righteousness because I have faithfully followed this system, and I will continue to faithfully follow it. I'm not struggling to follow the system. I'm following it because I want the best for humanity. And anyone who also wants the best for humanity will not complain, will faithfully follow this system in love, and in respect. So taking part in the agent orientation class is to get informed and also teach my downlines and update as many people as I can, and also try to bring in people. As the system gets more organized, people will come in naturally. I'm telling you, people will come in naturally. So the final things I'm going to talk about before we conclude on this is two. The first thing was about whales. Admin talked about whales. Admin talks about I think two sets of people. The first ones are whales, and I think the second one are agents. Yeah, these are two. Was it agents? I think there were two kinds of people he talked about. Now, the whales, he said, are people that has at least more than one coin, two coins. Those are the whales. And then he also said that, well, I've forgotten the other set of people. There were two. I don't think it were agents. But as regards to the whales, he said that he wants to build what you call, I think, the Whales Association. As the system grows, those who are whales will interact with each other. For instance, the powers that be of this world, they know themselves, they interact with each other, they do business with themselves. So admin just wants to repeat the same thing under a private status. That's what he wants to do. So if you are here and you've not had up to at least two Joy G, do well to get it. The price is pretty low. Get two Joy G, fall into the whales, you know, territory, the whales association. And if you can get more, go ahead and get more, because there is a lot of things that is going to play out as regards the whales. They are going to be influential. They are going to have a whole lot of things to themselves. And of course, those whales would be willing to abide by the rules of the community as well. So being a whale, being wealthy doesn't mean that you are lawless. You must be under the law. And the law I'm referring to is a law that is built on love and is built on respect. I hope you get that. So for the agents, their sole responsibility is to grow the community and then also obey the price that the admin has put out, and then also feed the poor. Ultimately, whales and agents will play around. In fact, a whale will likely be an agent. You can't actually be a whale without being an agent. If you're an agent and you do your part by advertising yourself very well, then you will be able to become a whale, because for now the condition was just for two, you know. So I want to stop at this point, and the number of people asked questions, so many people made contributions, so many people encouraged the admin, encouraged the community, and that. So I'll stop here, and then if anyone has any questions to say, you can say your questions, ask what you have to ask, whatever you have to say, please, this is the time. All right, so this is Brother Matthias from Uganda. Same statement. Fantastic work you are doing for the community. I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice. I have to keep doing what I'm doing. The community will succeed, and only the tough will stand true. We are like gold that is being refined. Now we are removing the impurities at this point. The impurities are going out at this point. That's what's happening. And of course, it's not easy to let go. When the impurity is there, you may feel cool with it, but when it's being purged out, it's a painful process. Hang on there. Okay. Now, I like your energy, brother. Indeed, we must succeed. Sure, we will succeed. Thanks for that, dear. Good morning, sir. Thanks for all you do. We are in it together, and we shall succeed by the special grace of God. No going back. Very true about that. I agree with you on that. All right. So, of course, the names are there. Okay. You see their names. This is Madam Osatui Evelyn Kende. And then good morning. It is also an offense to manage my wife's account. Yeah, I didn't say that. I'm going to talk about it, because at the moment she is not having a smartphone. Is it also an offense to manage my wife's account? Because at moment she is not having a smartphone. Okay, admin is actually trying to say one person, one account. Responsibility is the primary objective. Everybody that is responsible, okay, everybody that wants to change, you can't change the world in proxy. You can't change the world, while someone is managing your account. You have no knowledge about what's going on in the community. Someone else is managing your account, and then you call yourself I'm an influential person, I'm a world power. Mentally, you are poor, you have nothing, you have nothing upstairs. The intent of mass adoption meeting is a training process. We're in a school, we're learning, we're understanding how to be in charge. We're understanding how to become world powers. We're understanding how to change the narrative. We're understanding how to feed humanity. We're understanding how to restore hope to humanity. We're understanding that the government is actually a mind control game system. A lot of things you would know while you are in the system. That's what the admin is trying to do. And then you are in the system, you are not even paying attention. So admin is actually saying it's not that it's an offense to manage your wife account. If you want to manage it, go ahead. But your wife is sitting aloof, she's not paying attention. And then when the proceeds of it comes, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine, it's my account because it's registered in her name. That's not the intent. And admin will continue to fine-tune things to the point where you must take responsibility for your account. Failure to do it, you lose everything. This will come up. It's not that the admin is wicked, no. He wants to make sure that what is given to you is your own. He doesn't want a situation where someone else is managing it for someone, like the way the banking system is doing. No, if you can't take responsibility for it, step aside. Don't go to a journey, don't embark on a journey you were not prepared for. Some people were induced into this system. No, don't be induced. Take responsibility, agree in your heart of hearts that you want to make it happen, and you make it happen. Don't forget to like this video. Please do well to subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed yet. And click on the notification bell so that anytime I'm live, you can get these notifications. So I hope you get this. It's not that it's an offense, no. But he wants everybody to be staying alert. He wants everyone to be paying attention. I hope you get what I mean. Okay, so I think within the next few minutes, if you have your questions to ask your questions now if you have any question. But if you don't have any question, I've come to the end of today's mass adoption meeting. And if there are updates that are coming, as necessary, broadcasters will update the community. There are other broadcasters out there for like Mofo Gildas. He's doing an excellent job, which is the chief member helper. And the likes of my colleague in the Simply Brilliant community, who is also in the Privy Council, Brother Mechi, and a whole lot of other people. They are there helping to make the community, keep the community informed. So I think I'll stop at this point. I'll be coming your way again some other time. I don't know when. It may be on Tuesday, it may be earlier than Tuesday, based on the updates that I see. Okay. So I want to also say hi to brother okay, hitting the nail on the head. Stay blessed, Austin. Shalom. Yeah, I did say that this is one of my senior uncles in the community. A sincere man of God as well, a member helper. So please, I also recommend him. If you want to do your orientation, please reach out to him. He's in the member helper page. Let me show you where he is. Sorry, I didn't want to do this, but I want to, as much as possible, let those who are following, expose them to as many people as possible, because the whole concept is being coordinated, okay? And I want to coordinate as much as I can. And as many who align, I will make sure that the community aligns with them. So there is a whole lot of work member helpers will have to do. So let's go to the member helper page. And these are some of the member, look at it here, member helper, member help desk. So these are some of the members. And I want to show you brother Okeke. He's also a member helper, a very good one. So this is him. Of course, you are seeing him, brother Chukwuka Okeke from Nigeria. Those of us from Nigeria, please interact with him, okay? There are a lot of other people here. Choose the one your spirit aligns with, okay? So thank you so much. There are a whole lot of them here. Please do well to reach out with them. Very soon, this will start. And let's get organized. Let's move forward, okay? So I want to stop at this point. Thank you so, so much. I'm very grateful for you guys to have stayed. And God bless you. Till I come here again some other time. Remember, like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Now, Brother Dominic also made a statement. Good morning. Please, the admin should be in the know that the KCB official verification is not very functional for now. Of course, the admin knows. The admin knows, okay? Relax. Just trust the process. That was what I said. Trust the process. The administration has intelligent plans. Just relax. He is even watching this video, okay? So relax. He knows everything. So calm down, okay? Calm down. All right, so let's finalize. Let's finalize. Good morning, dear. I talk with you, messenger. Yeah, we will talk. Don't worry. So you can reach out to me. My informations are there. Just check it. My WhatsApp number. If you need to call me, please notify me and then let's talk. Okay? We need to build in love and respect. Let's get united. Okay? So thank you so much. I'll be bringing this meeting now to a close. I really love your contributions. I really like all the updates you guys have given. You guys are the best. So thank you. Bye for now.